And welcome back to Laketober, part 2. I almost forgot to list which part this was. In this particular episode, we're gonna be talking about a few of the other drawings that I've made. First off is the mill. Unsurprisingly, this thing does not have any mills about it, because this is supposed to be from the view of the mill, as my editor so kindly pointed out. This is just Mr. Owl trying to summon rain. There is no rain. Let's just imagine that this is just beginning to rain. The rain itself is not falling down just yet. Detective Vandermeer is sort of laying flat on the ground with a beam of light sort of shooting from the middle of his chest. The mill and Case 23 are, once again, holding a special place in my heart because these two are the games that sort of made me catch up with the entire thing. I'm also yapping in the video about how all of these light sources are very different from one another, with the cabin having rim lighting and the sky being sort of at dusk, and the reflections suggest that the light source is from above. I feel like it goes to show that it's just this particular set of drawings is basically just signified by the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing. I had good ideas for the first 5 drawings, and then it all went downhill. Self-deprecating humor, you love to see it. Next up is birthday. Now, this one, I actually knew what I was doing. I wanted to have Mr. Rabbit sort of wounded, laying down on the ground at the end of Cube Escape Birthday, after being pumped full of lead by a child version of Detective Vandermeer. I wanted to include the kid, but I thought, you know, it's a minor with a gun. I'm gonna get something handed to me if I try to do that. As well as that, I just wanted to focus a bit on the snowy background and Mr. Rabbit's sort of on their own merit, let's just say. So there's going to be very few actually colorful things happening in the drawing itself, and it's just gonna be monochrome with a bit of color thrown for the rabbit himself. Here's me fiddling with the shadows. I tried to sort of make it as contrasty as I could without being like too colorful. So yeah, at least too colorful for a snowy background and, you know, general lack of vitality in just about anything that is going on. Here's the snowy village. Blimey, I can't speak today. Next up is the theater. The theater is, how best to describe it? I did not know what to draw for theater. Not because the game itself is bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually one of my favorites. However, because of the fact that it doesn't have a centralized event, it has a centralized location, but not a centralizing event. It has like 6 acts, if memory serves me correctly. And that is a lot of acts, considering that the most I've handled previously was 4. So I decided to take a bit of a creative liberty and instead focus on a different kind of theater, namely the voodoo doll puppet theater that one of the other characters from the Rusty Lake franchise is known for. The veritable antagonist of both Rusty Lake Roots and was it Cube Escape? No, it was The Past Within. The Past Within and Rusty Lake Roots, Albert Vanderboom. Everybody loves a psycho, and Albert Vanderboom definitely fits the bill. Here he is about to be in all his dear masked glory. Separate from a very contrasted wooden boards pattern, I actually like the everything that I've done about this drawing. And I know that quite a few of my friends, both inside the fandom and out, quite like this drawing as well. Yeah, here's me fiddling with a bunch of stuff. Oh boy. The cave drawing. I tried a few different things with the cave drawing. I ended up liking pretty much none of them, including the final one. It's not a matter of the game itself or the ideas not coming to mind or anything of a kind. I think this one just sucks. I genuinely think that this is just a skill issue that has nothing to do with my sort of disdain for the game or lack thereof. This just, I don't know. The cave just did not come with a good idea, and I've sort of waited too long to commit to any specific idea on account of not having one. So because of that, I ended up having to settle for a subpar sort of pose and a very underwhelming background, considering that the Cube Escape the Cave has like a few memorable items, some of which are gonna come up in the future. But this particular drawing is just not it, by any means. I'm desperately trying to save this drawing. Eventually I will sort of abandon the idea, but for now this is just me trying to make it all right, even though in the end it's not gonna be. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of some of my older works where I also wasn't sure as to what I was doing. Unfortunately, I sort of ran out of time on this one and couldn't really redo anything about it. The last one for today is Paradox. And Paradox is one of my favorite drawings for this sort of year. I liked the... I wasn't really sure about the idea at the very beginning, but the execution panned out to be a definite favorite of mine, or at least one of. I love Laura, I love Dale sort of in the background, I love the misty forest. It's not particularly misty, but it is grey and sort of spooky. And yeah, I think where the cave sort of... Everything about the cave drawing went wrong, everything about this particular one went right. I love the shadow, the corrupted soul, the everything. Considering that I didn't have a whole lot of ideas, I do want to say that I liked pretty much everything about these except for the cave, and I hope you do too. Next one is gonna be the Cube Escape collection, and I'm definitely gonna see you around. Stay tuned.